All right, it's movie review time again, and yesterday I took the opportunity to watch the new Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And let me say, this movie is a vast improvement in the line of Marvel movies over some of the more recent ones, such as The Last Doctor Strange and Ant-Man. And I think this is a fitting end to the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy. We know that several of the actors have claimed they're not going to play their characters anymore, and I think they do a good job with wrapping things up, with giving these characters appropriate endings, and I really like the movie. It had some funny parts, it had some sad parts. You might want to take a tissue, or at least, have your shirt ready to dab your eye. The interactions among the characters was just awesome. These actors know these characters after this time frame, and they just work so well together. They really just mesh well together. And it doesn't hurt, of course, that James Gunn wrote and directed this one. I know he's had some issues, and I hate that for him, but I think he's going to be okay because, he's taken over, one of the people taking over the DC universe, and I think if he can do what he's done with Guardians of the Galaxy, that will be okay. If you've not seen the vastly underrated, underappreciated The Suicide Squad, I know this is not a Marvel movie, but you need to catch that and see what James can do with the DC universe. But back to this movie, he knows these characters extremely well. He knows how to write them. I've talked before in some of my reviews about humor, how it's very subjective, and the humor in this movie to me worked. But it felt like it was real people. These characters were real, and that's, I think, why the humor worked in this, and that they know each other so well and how to interact with each other. I mean, that helps drive the humor too. The action, again, was really good, and there are several scenes in the movie that just, the filming, the shots, the special effects, the camera angles also just work so well to make those scenes very worthwhile. So I definitely highly recommend this. I did see it in 3D. Sometimes 3D is iffy, but I noticed throughout most of the movie that I was able to still pick up the 3D for the majority of the movie. So if you get to see it in a bigger screen format, I highly recommend it. I highly recommend catching it on the big screen. I'm going to give it 4.5 out of 5 stars.